and generous educational session. I'm sure all of us are much better equipped now to face those table topics when they are addressed towards us. 4 ants were once walking in a forest, and suddenly they saw an elephant approaching towards them. And the first ant just looked towards the other ants and said, "Let's kill that elephant." And the second ant said, No, let's just break his leg and that'll be enough." The third ant said, "No, that's just too much work. Let's just throw that elephant away from our path and continue in our journey." The fourth ant said, "Let's leave him alone. We are 4 of us and he's just 1. My friends, generosity is not about what you give is something small or something big. Please do not compare. When you can be generous, even in the small and minute of issues, it doesn't matter if what you're giving is to someone, hardly makes a difference. So when you're being generous, please do not compare as to what you're giving is something huge or will it make a difference as such. He's got 18 years of experience in the petroleum industry. He's got 7 years of experience in the personality development field. He's helped loads of people, a number of people, to identify their strengths and succeed in their careers and their lives. He's been a Toastmaster for the last 4.5 years, and he's gone on to achieve ACB and ALB. He's been the past president of this club, and he's now the current area governor. I'm sure that all of you know who I'm talking about. He's probably, the person with the best charisma in this club. And when I first walked into this club, if there was someone to look up to, and who would always know what he's doing and hold himself high, was none other than Toastmaster VSV Prasad. So please do put your hands together as I call upon Toastmaster VSV Prasad.
Thank you, Toastmaster Niranjan. I think I am already on cloud 11 now. Probably I'll have to bring myself down to cloud 3 before I start the next session. It was really interesting and educational to hear DTM Ramlal speak about table topics. We have heard the same topic spoken many times, but I learned many new things on what I could do and improve as a table topic speaker. Now we all know what's going to happen come February, March. We are in that mode of contests and competition and winning and etc., etc., etc. Taking away small cups, big cups, small certificates, big certificates. And the next round of contests, we all know, is going to start from 24th of February at club level. Now that we already understand what table topics is and what a speaker is expected to do at the club level and as a general table topic commentator or a speaker, what exactly does a judge expect us to do? Because table topics are generally not evaluated at club level, we only get voted, and like Niranjan said, if I am charismatic, I'll speak and then win, whether I make sense or not. And there are many such people, stars among us. If they are around, you are sure that nobody is going to vote for anybody else. But judging is a different ballgame altogether. In judging, the judges are not going to look at how better you could have done, what you have done, what you are otherwise. They are not bothered. They are only bothered about that particular performance, that particular speech, and what have you done to get the marks. So, Miss Timer, I need green card at 10 minutes. yellow at 15, and red at 20. Thank you. So there are some sheets which I will request Toastmaster train you to pass on. Please have one and then pass, not these, and pass them on. And the request is don't start reading, which means that I am telling you to read, but still hold on, hold your horses. It's difficult, but the temptation is there. Hold. What does a judge look for? In a table topic contest, in those 2 minutes 30 seconds that you are given, the technical timing is 1 minute to 2 minutes, allowance of 30 seconds, a grace time of 30 seconds, within which you have to close your speech. Otherwise, even if you are the best table topic speaker, if you take 2 minutes 31 seconds, you are out. We all know that. How many of you know that? 229 is okay, 230 is okay, 231 on the timer's clock at the contest, gone. So, prepare yourself with time in mind. And what do the judges look for? Under 3 different headings. One is the content, delivery, and language. Many people feel that my language is exemplary, my vocabulary is extra good. I can floor the audience with my words. But all of that will get you only how many points? 15 points out of the possible 100. What does that mean? To me, what it means is I don't have to really focus on my language. I don't have to work on incorporating extra good words, take a dictionary and prepare my speeches, use very flowery language to impress somebody. No, that's not my job. My job is to be understood. And like some participants said, at the end of the 2 minutes, 29 seconds, make some sense out of what I speak. That's all. So the focus is not primarily on language, even though it does carry some value. Especially, some people think that my language is bad, therefore I cannot win table topic. That's not true. A true judge will mark you only to the extent of 15, even if you have the worst language in the entire lot. If there are 12 contestants, and if yours is the worst language there also, you can lose maximum of 15 points only if the judge is honest and straightforward, which I know many of them are, so not to worry on that account. 15 is the only maximum. Then you come to content. Some people feel that, yes, I have to cover a lot of ground in my 2 minutes 30 seconds. I start with the history, what is happening for the past decade, and then I project the whole thing 20 years from now, and then talk, covering a whole lot of content. But what are the basic points in content? Opening, body, conclusion. We all know that. As speakers, anyone who has done even an icebreaker knows a speech has to have a proper opening, body, and a conclusion. That is the speech development part, which has got 30 points. Speech development, 30 points. What does speech development mean? If you look at the back of the sheet, is the way speaker puts ideas together. How you are, like somebody in our club says, the Toastmaster of the day took some pearls and strung them together, making a very beautiful necklace of it. A speaker, how does he string together his ideas, those pearls of ideas, and then present? That is the speech development aspect. And the response is structured around a purpose. What is the purpose? If a table topic is given, what is the purpose of the speaker? The same topic, I have seen people talk from this end of the spectrum to the other, and many points in between. Like if you take the example of the topic given by BTM Ramlal. Should the teenagers be allowed to drink? Now there will be one teenager in the room who will insist from the table and say, they have to be allowed. That is their birthright. Why not? 18 is also 18. When at 18 a person can be allowed to vote, why not drink? That is one. At the other end will be 18 is too young. Even at 80 people are not able to control themselves. So why should we? So you can take any point on the continuum and then deliver your speech with proper structure of opening body computation. That is what will get you a combined total. And effectiveness is how the response came across, how many claps, how many smiles, how many laughs, how was the audience reacting to your speech. Did the judge, see in this particular case, if you have to win a contest, who is your audience? If you have to win a contest, who is your audience?
Judges.
Period. Period. So, if you are a contestant, your sole purpose is achieving this document. The maximum marks out of this document. If you get this, don't bother with the audience. Somebody doesn't, he keeps on staring at you, doesn't even laugh at the rest of your jokes. You are not worried. If you know that yes, I have met the guidelines, I have met the judging criteria, you have done your job. So, in effectiveness part, did the speech relate directly to the given question or topic or not? At club level, what we do is, sometimes when you feel that the topic is not so great, I am not interested, I take completely opposite view, talk only that, and then leave it at that. And then get some votes, and then I may get the ribbon also at the end of the day. But in contest, it will not work. You have to come back to the topic and then deal with it stepwise 1, 2, 3. Close it closer to the topic than away from it. Yes, you can talk anything you want in between, but you have to move progressively towards the topic and close it there. That is the effectiveness part. When you achieve this, you are getting 30 points. And then the delivery. Delivery has how many points? 2 parts, that is physical part and voice. This has got effectiveness. This is 15 each. 30 points. You have seen people who are very, very physical. They will do anything from squatting on the floor, jumping around, dancing, demonstrating karate, judo, everything. But very, very physical, vocal, entire body language. Even if you do it from the first second of your table topic speech to 2 minutes, 29 seconds, completely body language. How much are you getting? 15. 15. And then the voice part. The voice has to be flexible, moving from one pitch to another. Emphasis should have variety, rate and volume. Physical is competent communication manual, project speech, file. Right? Physical, if you really look at the 3 sentences that are written there, you can equate it directly to CC manual, project, file. And voice means CC manual, project 6. You have to incorporate all those elements. How does one do it? How does one do it? Practice. Where do you do it? Friday 6:30 to 8:30? No. You do it everywhere. And I will bet each of you uses your vocal variety every day in your life. Maybe some of you, like me, are very stiff, upper-lipped British people who don't believe in sharing their emotions, who are very serious, who are generally thought of as people without emotions. And lawyers, I can understand, they are not supposed to. They are poker-faced. Unless they want to make a point with the judge and say, Your Honor! Fine. But otherwise, people don't. But the best way to develop your emotional voice expression is to observe children between the age of 6 to 12, 13. Maybe 5 to 12, 13. That is the time when they start speaking and they speak fluently what they want, when they want, how they want, wherever they want. In any pitch, in any volume, any rate, nobody to stop them. Agree? That is the age when people permit, give allowance to the kids to do what they want. Come 13, 14 is the time You are a grown-up kid. You are 13. You are in standard so and so. You cannot cry. You cannot whimper. You cannot shout. Don't raise your voice. Come on, you are talking to elders. How can you talk like that in front of your teacher? So what happens to the natural expression of voice and all that? Say in Hindi, gala bol dete hain. Yes, strangulate the vocal expression. Simple. Observe them and be yourself. And if you want to copy yourself, the best way to do that is picture yourself being angry, very highly emotional. And when you are very emotional, how do you speak? Non-stop? Some people shut up, yes, that's different category. But most people will actually give vent to their feelings. That is why the word came, the phrase comes. Give vent. It comes out. That is the vocal expression, that is your true capacity. So everybody has that. Only thing is, CC6 is the guideline for it. Start using it in front of your friends, family. But in front of the family and friends, please warn them. I am going to change my voice. Otherwise, they will be shocked. Till yesterday, this gentleman or girl has been very smooth and very plain talking. Now, suddenly raising voice, suddenly expressing. So, that is the caveat or the small print before you start reading. That will get you full marks out of 15 for voice. The key thing is, within those 2 minutes, you have to practice such that you start delivering this way, talking like that. Different speeds, different volume, different pitch, all that. And then, physical we already decided. Table topics is about being imaginative, creative, getting the attention of the audience, making an opening statement that will startle people out of their sleep. Because before you start, the conference chair or the contest master would have had his own say of about 2-3 minutes. People are already somewhere else. Except for your club members, probably others are looking at you as a competitor for their club member who is participating, especially at area and division levels. You may not get very good response the moment you walk on. You focus on your opening statement. The rule about opening and closing being memorized is applicable for the prepared speech as well as table topics. You will get how much time to prepare once you get onto the stage to the table topic? Do you know that you do get some time once the topic is given, you come here? You can begin to speak within 15 seconds of being given the topic. You need not start speaking immediately in the contest. So even if you don't speak for the first 10 seconds, you are not going to lose. People and the judges will wait for 10 seconds before you start. In those 10 seconds, you formulate. And you have what we call as a canned opening statement. What is a canned fish? Or a canned whatever? It is stored for use at a later date. Similarly, you prepare your own canned openings, which can be short stories, which can be quotes, which can be one-liners, which you have created yourself, or research. And the meaning of research is, when you copy from one, it is called as plagiarism. When you copy from many people, it is called as research. So you research. You do your proper research, you build your one-liners, you build your stories. And the moment you know, you hear the topic, when you are thorough with your canned openings, you know which can has what, pick up the relevant can, take out one, quickly run it in your mind, and then start speaking. And one thing to remember in table topics is, the moment you start speaking, the thoughts will fall in place. This is especially for new people or people who still feel that after spending so many months in the class, I am not good at table topics. The key thing about table topics is start speaking. because the brain cannot tolerate nonsense. All said and done, you make the best of your effort to talk nonsense, brain will not allow it. Because brain believes in order, in everything being sensible. Start speaking, it will fall in place. Add one nonsense, then second nonsense, automatically the third one will actually become sense, because all thinking is linking. Albert Einstein. He simply said, you link what you already know to something that you don't know, or you just came to know about, and find out the linkage. All thinking is linking. A, B, C, D, E. It will happen. That is where your effectiveness will improve, when you relate directly to the speech topic. The rest of it you can read yourself. One thing to remember is, only one of this is not going to get you the best result. This is like a recipe. In a recipe, you need the major ingredients, the minor ingredients, and finally the salt, pepper, and the masala. Just because the salt, pepper, masala is very tasty, you add this much of it, what will happen? Just because my vocal variety is very powerful, I don't even need a mic to speak, therefore I focus entirely on my voice, this will actually end up disturbing the impact of the rest. It has to be a very properly balanced approach. Can timer how many minutes do I have?
It's 18:45. 2 minutes.
2 minutes. Any questions? You can glance at the paper now and shoot.
The rule is 75 marks. What happened to the other 25?
Effectiveness.
20
Effectiveness.
It will be 25.
effectiveness.
So the content part is actually 55. So if you are a very good content person who can get 50 out of 55, you do stand a good chance. But still doesn't mean, because ultimately you must remember one thing. In spite of all the training to the judges, some judges do get carried away by over projection of this and this. Unknown to themselves, there is a built-in bias that can come in. Therefore, if you want to play safe, you have to ensure that you take care of all the elements. That is the only way to get the best out of the score. And how do we know we are going to do a good job of this? What we will do now is, in the next upcoming table topics, we will use these sheets to judge, and I request all the senior Toastmasters, especially who have attended the judges training, to quote for all the participants and share the results. That will be Toastmaster Jagdish, Premji, Suresh Babu, P.M. Ramlal, and Toastmaster Anis. But you are a senior Toastmaster. So, and John, of course, right? So, if there are no questions, we will see the live table topics contest. Mr. Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Prasad, for that wonderful session of those table topics. And what I kept thinking is that today's table topic session is going to be really intense and competitive with all the knowledge we've gained in the last half an hour about table topics. So I think with 2 educational sessions that we all deserve a break. We've, all the gyan that has come in, we need to reflect upon it, we need to discuss